Hello, everyone. Welcome to LOCKBEARD Phenomena number 53 Bigfoot Murder. How's everybody doing? Um, Hopefully, the chat isn't too spazzy right now. I can tell that I got some lag and whatnot. I don't know that there's anything I can do about it, so hopefully, um, everything comes through all right. It's July 16th, 2022. People have been talking about this this dude who killed his friend. And like a lot of the stories that go around, there's been some inaccuracy in what people have been saying. Been hearing people say that this guy, uh, like, killed his friend because Bigfoot told him to, and stuff like that. And that's not the story. Um, welcome, uh, Mr. Lee, B. Lynn, Mark Dodman, Angel, Sandra, the Bat Mom. You're taking that. Why do you take things in the worst way? You need to take things in a positive way. You took it and like, this dog's. No, that's not what I said. Jesus Christ. Um. Who else is here? Nikki's here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jay Fritz is here. He says it's howdy doody time. Um, I'm trying to put stuff on the screen. It's just not letting me for some reason. Maybe it's coming through for you, but I don't see shit. I didn't say any woman hating stuff. Good gosh. Mr. Lee says, Jay Fritz, you knucklehead, what you been doing? Who else is here? Mr. Lee hollers Bigfoot murder, I see. Mr. Lee says he's been trying to learn the art of nunchucks. Bruises all over. I'm a master though, I'm telling you. Bruce Lee, master of nunchucks. Huh. Bruce Lee did not have an English accent, Mr. Lee. Says Mark. That mom says Sandra. Okay, she was known for middle of the night Facebook calls when she pick up and come to my phone. Are you talking about your daughter? Ruthless is here. Welcome. Asking if we're here there yet. Thing. It's all white out. The chat just whited out on me again. It's back. Um, Mr. Lee says, Ruthless, you missed everything. This is the end of Lockbeard's show. Oh, don't mess with Ruthless. He's already turned around as it is. He's in the wrong time zone down there. He's in the wrong season. I mean, for some reason, Australians think this is supposed to be wintertime. It's not. It's supposed to be summertime. Miss Lee, what I miss ain't worth knowing, says Ruthless. Song reminds you of the video game. Of a video game. What song? Like my intro? Chessboard is here. Welcome to the chat. Mr. Lee says Old Bear. Don't know what you're referring to there. Ruthless says, "Oh, for fuck's sake, people are insane." The Batman says, "So wait, did he get away with it?" Oh no. But there's people are repeating the story, and the facts that they're not repeating Well, at least what Newsweek reported. So they get things all cattywampus. There was something about Bigfoot, but everybody's probably going to be disappointed. Although it's disappointing as it is. It's the story people were passing around is that the dude was just claiming that Bigfoot told him to do it and stuff like that. Because you like messing with me, Lockie, says the Bat Mom. Promises, promises. Mr. Lee says MIB covered it up. No, there was no MIB covering up. In fact, no MIB wasn't necessary because Bigfoot didn't actually have anything to do with it. Mr. Lee says, I bet Tom Cruise had something to do with it too, just saying. Yeah. So Mr. Lee, I think I should show that picture. What do you think? I think I should show that picture. Is Mr. Lee armed and ready to tackle Tom Cruise's Scientologist aliens? Ruthless says, some dude claims Bigfoot told him to kill. Sounds like the fig that supposed told the son to Sam to kill. Well, that's the version of the story people were passing around. That's not actually what happened. That mom says, because if all of you have to do is get away with murder, saying Bigfoot told them, they've been going about wrong the whole time. MTP obsession, Mr. Lee, says Ruthless. Mr. Lee says old bear Bigfoot murder times 33. Yeah, that's a whole other thing, Mr. Lee. Joe's here. Welcome. He says, Bigfoot makes people bump off their friends. Watch out, it could happen to you. Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, that version of the story that was being passed around isn't exactly what happened. Ruthless jealous man, says Mr. Lee. Ruthless says, Mr. Lee, do you ever meet him? Don't think so. Mr. Lee says, why is this thing so spastic? Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, the homemade shotgun photo? Yeah, that photo. I think everybody needs to see that photo. Are you okay with that? Just saying hi to everybody. Mr. Lee says, Joey, hey man. Mr. Tiny Pants, Tom Cruise, says Ruthless. Yeah. He's a little man. He's a wee little man. That Mr. Lee is always talking about Tom Cruise. I think they hang out a lot. So Mr. Lee says yes. He said he's okay with that. Okay, like I said, Mr. Lee sent me this picture, and it had. I believe that I was following my psychic powers by and was able to manipulate the photo in order to bring out the truth of the photo. So I brought out the truth of this photo that Mr. Lee sent me, and some interesting things were revealed. Some very interesting things. So when I say Mr. Lee is armed and ready for the Scientology aliens of Tom Cruise, what I mean is he's actually on the arm of Tom Cruise and ready to meet the Scientology aliens. So it's just 5 seconds. 5 seconds long, it'll be up. So you gotta watch carefully. that looked all jacked up on my end. Hopefully, it came through smoothly for you guys. I think my bandwidth is just really lean. Would maybe command. My internet is clearly completely fucked. That mom. He says, Joe, can I borrow $30? Is it Mr. Lee and Tom Cruise more together? Mr. Lee says, I'm ready for the apocalypse. If we're borrowing money from each other, says Batmom. I need to borrow some from somebody. Mr. Lee says he's dying. Angel says, Batmom, I think locks. It sounds a bit off and just froze. Yeah, my internet's just crap right now. I don't know why. Rutha says, want to see some funny trivia about that dog that supposedly told Son of Sam to kill was owned by a Scientologist that lived next door. Joe says, I left the room 10 minutes ago, Jay, says Joe. And Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, that could be my intro, man. Yeah, well, hopefully it came through smooth enough. I don't know. Everything like locked up on my end. Like it's so spastic on my end. I don't know. Is everything like pretty smooth on y'all's end? I mean, Aretha says, oh, don't fuss, Xenu the Galactic Overlord. Joe says, my daddy said neither a lender or a borrower be. Yeah, you're better off that way. Rutha says, beware the Helitrobans and the 5th Invader Force. Mr. Lee says, show me the money. That mom says, it got completely clear when it came on. Okay. Joe says I'm kind of choppy on the audio. Yeah. I don't know what the deal is. It's just what I got at the moment, apparently. It's the same as I'm usually using, so Angel says not as clear as normal, but not terrible. Nikki says, no, you're breaking up a bit. Rutha says, do it again, Lockbeard. So Rutha says, stream is a bit scratchy. Mr. Lee says, do it again, Lockbeard. Sandra says, it's breaking up and choppy. Yeah. Well, hopefully we can muddle through it. Yeah, I do have a fan going on, but it's 100 degrees out here, so it could be because that video is on StreamYard, and if I try to run it again, it's like a 5-second video made from the picture that Mr. Lee sent me. I'll try it again and see what happens, since Mr. Lee has requested it. Then I can't fight this feeling anymore. Second. So probably shouldn't do that again. Ruthless says StreamYard used to clusterfuck my browser. Yeah, it's certainly not doing well right now for me. Jay says, guess I'll have to put my Chippendale undies on and dance for the ladies to make some cash, or maybe I'll have to pay them to watch. Joe says, that's fucking funny. Is that Mr. Lee and Tom? Yeah. Yes, that's Mr. Lee and Tom Cruise hanging out. You can't see very well in the picture, but Mr. Lee is actually on Tom's arm. And yeah. Sandra says, good picture, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee says, Jay Fritz, I would pay for that. Now, maybe one day everybody can see the actual picture, but I'm having such a spastic time with things. I'm probably going to have a hard time muddling through this live stream. So let's just let's look at the Newsweek article about this guy that killed his buddy. Let me make sure this comes up on there. There we go. Man accused of murdering friend, said victim called on Bigfoot to kill him. So he didn't say that Bigfoot told him to kill his friend. He said that he thought his friend was trying to get Bigfoot to kill him, so he killed his friend. Down here it says, a man accused of killing his friend in Ada, Oklahoma on Saturday said he did so because he believes his friend summoned Bigfoot to kill him. Pontotoc County Sheriff John Christian told Newsweek that Larry Sanders, 53, may face the consequences of first-degree murder if he is found guilty of Jimmy Knighton's death. Then they explain first-degree murder here. We don't need that, but Bigfoot crossing, awesome. Let's skip that part too. We don't need a lesson in first-degree murder. What we need is a story. However, in Oklahoma, a killing done without malice aforethought may also qualify as first-degree murder if the killing took place under certain specific circumstances. Christian said that Sanders told a family member he killed Knighton while they were out noodling. For those of you who don't know what noodling is, well, it says fishing using bare hands. What you're doing is you're reaching into cavities under logs, inside hollow logs that are underwater, up under rock ledges and stuff. You're sticking your hands where you cannot see what's in there and trying to grab a big freaking fish. And I don't do this because I do not believe in sticking your hands up in a place where you could get part of it bitten off by a gigantic snapping turtle, which can take off fingers. So I've never done that. Actually, it's funny. The other day, there was a kid down at the lake who, I don't know who the guy was that was with him, but he needed somebody to noodle with him. He was trying to get me to because you're not supposed to do it alone. And he wanted me to go noodling with him, and I was like, "No, man, I can't do it. I'm not sticking my hands in no places I can't see." I guess I could have gone to like make sure he doesn't get sucked under by anything, but I wanted to leave anyway. So anyway, so that he told a family member he killed Knighton while they were out noodling by the South Canadian River. That family member told another family member who reported it to the police. When the officers interviewed Sanders, Christian said it appeared he was under the influence of methamphetamine based on his behavior. However, a blood test was not taken. During the interview, Sanders reportedly told officers the same story he told his family member, including the detail about killing Knighton because he believed Knighton called on Bigfoot to kill him. Officers began searching for Knighton Saturday evening, but were unable to locate his body until Sunday afternoon. The area is very wooded. There is a lot of small brush and large trees, Christian said. It was a difficult search to conduct and a large area to search. Sanders reportedly told officials that he strangled Knighton, but Christian said the body had been sent to the medical examiner to determine an official cause of death. An arrest warrant was already out for Saunders due to unpaid fines, and Christian said officials executed the warrant after interviewing him. Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation stepped in to investigate, and agents with that agency ultimately arrested Saunders for murder in the first degree. Newsweek tried to talk to them for comment. I guess they didn't get it. So that's it. It's nothing, no big deal. It's just that the people were passing around a story where it was as if this guy was claiming that Bigfoot told him to kill his friend, but it was actually what he said is he thought his friend had summoned Bigfoot to kill him, so he killed his friend. I mean, you know, I just like getting the facts straight. Jay says, yeah, but you'd be laughing the whole time. Jay, what visual did Jay get? He said, like, oh, the Chippendale undies. Gotcha. I gotcha. Rutha says, you're not trapped in the closet, are you, Mr. Lee? I don't know. Tom Cruise is. That mom says, Mr. Lee, I like the bald head look. How many years ago was that photo? 36 years? Where's Donald? I don't know, Mr. Lee. Batmom says, Jay, no one wants to see that. I would probably shoot you just so I could get somewhere else to not see that. Prison would be okay for me. Chaps, bra, caps. Caps, bra, caps. He needs to display that proudly. Mr. Lee says, I don't want to get my fingers bitten off. No, yeah. Batmom says, honestly, when I first saw that he was noodling, how do you go from noodling to murder? I bet there hasn't been, any psychological study of the mind of someone who would go noodling. Perhaps they will find some psychopathic tendency in noodlers. Joe says, usually it's catfish that people noodle for. Yeah. You're trying to get catfish. You are not trying to grab turtles or beavers, both of which will fuck you up. Batmom says, we really need to change the name. Noodling reminds me of spooning for some reason. Mr. Lee does not know what spooning is. Batmom says it's a guy thing. It's a guy thing. Chat function is so jacked up. Batmom says it sounds like us or PCP. But whatever it was, Sir clearly thought the dude was on some drugs. But, maybe he honestly thought he was coming up with a good excuse for murder. Maybe he's just that stupid. Let's see here. Joe says, Batmom, would you rather noodle with Uncle Bones or spoon with him? Jesper says, with friends like that, you don't need any. No. Watch the investigation. Like it was drug deal gone bad or something. Lisa. Yeah, I don't know what it is talking about. Lee. The internet's just bad right now. I mean, hopefully we can move through it. Close. Try to put some windows down as I go along, some tabs down, and then maybe that'll help. Initially says close your windows, man. Yeah, I know. There's not much I can shut down at the moment. I don't know what's bogging it down. That's the thing. If I knew, I don't got Facebook open, so I don't know. Jay Fritz says it's bad when you got something on screen. Well, if I I'll be closing StreamYard too, so I can't really do that right now. I don't have a mic plugged in. Definitely could be overheating. Try to get the fan on the blowing on the computer. Maybe that'll help. But let's see if this helps. I'm gonna try and bring up a UFO picture now. Yeah, it's 100 degrees out here. It was hit 101, but I don't think it did. It's like 100. Hopefully, you can see this video. It's only 28 seconds long. Um, well, is it popping up? There it goes. There it goes. Let me see if I can get it to play.
What is that? What is that? No. What is that? No. What is that? No.
Hopefully that played all right. Joe says I'm dog shit tired, long day. I thought it was my hearing and not Lockbeard's audio for a minute. Well, hopefully it is improving. Hopefully it is the heat. Is it better, Mr. Lee? Is it better? Trying to get the fan blowing on the computer some, maybe it'll cool it down because it is hot out here. I guess I'm expecting a lot out of this poor computer. Chessboard says Lockbeard, some Wi-Fi cards and Ethernet cards do not like temperature over 85 or 90 degrees. Well, I'm fucking punishing this son of a bitch because it's 100 degrees out here. I can hear the computer fan running, although it's definitely getting cooled down, I think, with this fan on there. And I'm kind of holding the computer up off this pad it sits on, so that because air is blowing in from the side here. So hopefully we're better off now. I guess that mystery solved. I thought maybe the internet was just being slow or something, but it's starting to sound like it was the heat. So someone filmed this in Georgia. They're calling it cigar shaped, and I don't know what to make of it. You can see where it goes behind the tree, so it's not like something on the window. Down here they say this sighting occurred in Georgia's Toccoa. While traveling on the local highway, the guy noticed a big cigar-shaped black object. He took out his phone and began filming the strange occurrence. He claims he's never seen anything like it, and it doesn't appear to be one of our crafts, and it doesn't resemble a weather balloon. Yeah, and they mention here we could talk about dirt or a line written on the car window, because he said we can't talk about that because we can see the item is occasionally obscured by the trees. So, yeah.
What is that note? What is that note?
Unfortunately, I don't think we can say whether or not this is conclusive or not. There's Donald. Someone was asking about you, Donald, earlier. Mr. Lee. Welcome to the chat, Donald. Joe says somebody launched a log in the air with some piece of machinery. Could be. Jay says a fat Scud missile badly aimed from Russia. Mr. Lee says Lockbeard. I haven't seen a cigar-shaped UFO yet. I'm keeping my eyes peeled, though, man. Donald says, hello to everybody, it looks like. Mr. Lee says he's only seen round UFOs so far. Angel says some kid's school project. Sandra says, Joe, yes, that is what I read also. Jay says, looks like the turd in the pool on Caddyshack. Chessboard says, Jay, that's why New York is practicing ducking cover. Donald says, just got my piece of shit van fixed, heading home now. I'll be right back with you folks. Alrighty, man. Yeah, Jay says, get your van fixed. Joe says, I didn't read that, Sandra. It just looks like it to me. Just looks like it to Joe. I'd say inclusive. Now this, if I can get this to pop up, just a second. Something has changed about how StreamYard works with sharing tabs, and it's made it harder for me to share tabs. And I've been meaning to like contact them and say, look, what the hell did you guys change to make this happen? And you need to put it back because it was better the old way. 2 fighter jets spotted chasing a UFO over Mount Desert Island in Maine on the 20th of June. The white object on the left is supposed to be the UFO, and then the 2 dark objects, fighter jets, according to these people. This UFO sighting was filmed in Mount Desert Island in Hancock County, Maine. This is the largest island off the coast of Maine. Happened on 20th of June. So, let's see if this video will play all right.
Okay, guys, we have this very short clip of these 2 jet fighters that seems to be chasing this UFO. So, guys, let's take a look at this very short video, and then we'll have a very quick chat afterwards. So here's what I know about this footage. This was captured on June 20th, 2022. And the witness told me that his daughter noticed these jets. And then they heard the noise, and he just managed to grab his phone, and this is what he filmed before they disappeared into the clouds. Now, guys, you can clearly see this highly reflective object that is in front of the jet, and the jets are seeming to keep pace with this object, but this object is going a bit faster than these jets. Now, guys, what do you think this is? Because this looks like a bona fide UFO sighting to me. But what do you think this could be? So until next time, stay blessed and keep safe.
Jay says we're computer fixers now. Well, perhaps. And I don't know if any of the commentary down here is going to be of any use. But Mark says whatever they were chasing, we'll never know because they'll never admit it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they give us disclosure, right? Supposed disclosure in a tiny little document where they don't tell us anything though. Like they tell us they don't know what they are, which I think is complete bullshit. They know exactly what they are. You know, they lied to us for decades, and now they want us to fucking believe their bullshit. No. Francine says could be some sort of military exercise. Yeah, totally could be. But yeah, very inconclusive. Could be faked. But at this point, you know, at least the government admits that UFOs are real, so that helps us be able to say, you know, that it's more likely that what we're looking at is an actual UFO sighting. But even so, we don't really know what that is. It's too blurry. It could be faked, or it could be, you know, it could be some other kind of plane traveling in front of them. Who knows? Rex says, hello, Lockbeard and everybody. Welcome to the chat, Rex. Rex says, I think I know what the cigar UFO is you see those advertisements falling around the car lots. Tie both ends, put helium in it, and that's what it looked like, I think. Could be. Could be. Let me see if I can pull something up here. Give me just a second. Computer is definitely working really slow. Well, shoot. Jasper says, Lockbeard, I've had 5 Motorola routers. When they got over 85, were a piece of shit. Had to put a fan on them to stop them from being intermittent. Yeah, that was one of the things I thought might be an issue when I got this one. Because it was either this or get the next, because this is a MacBook Air. Could have got the MacBook Pro, but I didn't want to spend that extra money, you know. But it had actually better fan in it. This has like a real, like, it. I mean, if you look at, like, I don't know how to describe it. Anyway, it's a piece of crap cooling in this damn thing. But I figured, well, this thing's slim enough, it could probably just stay cool anyway. But, you know, at the time I wasn't thinking about, you know, I'm in 100-degree temperatures sometimes. And just because I'm fine doesn't mean the computer is fine. So, yeah. Hold on a second. Pause that. Because since somebody brought it up, we got to look at this. We got to look at it. Just a second. Too many steps, StreamYard. Too many steps. Trying to get myself another copyright strike up in this bitch. You're making it hard on me. There we go. There we go. I don't know if I'm going to have. I have had echoes because I don't know. It seems like sometimes I have echoes, sometimes I don't. But I guess we're about to find out. Well, is it going to play? Let's try again.
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Hi, I'm Al Harrington, President and CEO of Al Harrington's Wacky Waving Inflatable Arm Flailing Tube Man Emporium and Warehouse. Thanks to a shipping error, I am now currently overstocked on Wacky Waving Inflatable Arm Flailing Tube Man, and I am passing the savings on to you! Attract customers to your business. Make a splash at your next presentation. Keep grandma company. Protect your crops. Confuse your neighbors. African American, hail a cab. Testify in church, or just raise the roof. Whatever your wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man needs are. So come on down to Al Harrington's Wacky Waving Inflatable Arm Flailing Tube Man Emporium and Warehouse, Route 2 in Weekapaug!
So, yep, Rex has solved it. That's what the cigar-shaped UFOs are. That's as good a theory as any. Jay says I could see a tail section on the white thingy. Jay says look like another jet to me. something going on. The back of the van. Don't know what it is. Might be a cow jacking with the back end of the van. Jay says, look like another jet to me. Yeah, totally could have been one. Totally could have been one. I mean, if it was a UFO, I mean, it probably would have been able to leave normal jets in the dust, so it may have been. Polly says, hey, Lockbeard chat, how y'all doing? We're doing all right, man. How about you? Polly says, cleaned a sweet John Deere today. Jay says, you show got pretty lips, Mr. Lee. Yeah. Mr. Lee says, put it in the fridge before the show. I don't know how feasible that is, Mr. Lee. I'm just going to have to be more mindful of airflow. This pad, it sits on this pad here, which kind of acts like insulation, really. So I might need to, like those bead seat covers. I might need to make me a pad to sit it on that's kind of like that, and it allows some airflow underneath the computer. Angel says, Joe, whatever works for you, just let us know. Mr. Lee says, Joe, yes, then I can watch live. Yes. I must have missed what he's responding to, but I'll go back up to it. Joe says, I think I may move Sasquatch Random Live to Monday, folks, since that is usually my day off. Awesome. So Mr. Lee can watch it live. Michael's here. Welcome. Daily Dan Blog is here. Greetings from South Carolina, he says. Thing chat just flashed on me again. Welcome, Dan. Haywood is up to no good, says Polly. Mr. Lee said, Dan, you douchebag. Oh, let's see here. Let's see. Where am I at here? Michael says hello, 13 o'clock. Daily Dan says he'll be live tonight, 13 o'clock. Which in my time is midnight Central Time. Michael says, Cindy Finn, where are you? Oops. Yeah, Paulie T, that's 1 a.m. Eastern Time. Mr. Lee says, Dan, I'm not coming. Well, yeah, it's like 6 a.m. your time, isn't it, Mr. Lee? Big feet coming to get you. Life is a track away. Welcome, says, happy whatever. Hope all is well with everyone. You too, man. Dan says, I'll start around 12:45 with some tunes. The show starts at 1 a.m. Sandra says, oh gosh, chat just blinked out on me again. Sandra says, Michael Haywood, you just made my day. Michael says, track away. We're going to talk hunting sometime. Got 1 a.m. Eastern. Mr. Lee says, Mr. Pat show, very interesting. Miss Martin. Yeah. Yeah, Spencefield. That's got to be the place I was at. I'm real certain that's where I was at. Panning gold in 2008. Saw no squatch and found no human remains. But it was nearby that area where I did. That's the place I was when I sensed something was watching me. Could be Bigfoot. Could be something else. And I turned around and left. Dan says, I always like Pat's show. Holly says, thanks, Dan. I'll try to stay up so I can check it out. Yeah, it's awful late. It's awful late for some of us. Trackway says, sure thing, Michael. My hobby is actually patterning animals. Roxanne says, reason I said that, it looked like it was tethered and it stayed vertical. Yeah, it looked awful stationary. It did. But who knows why that is? Roxanne says, yeah, Dan, I heard the other day. Pretty good jam. Jay says, I think shows that have chat interaction are best. Yeah. And that's what everything on my paranormal TV guide is for the most part, there's chat interaction. Some more so than others, but at least some chat interaction. So yeah. Love figuring it out. Life is trackway. What is patterning animals? Says Mr. Lee. Dan says, show that me, Mr. Lee 3PO face video. I'm going to put Mr. Lee's face on the camera while I'm playing music. Are you really? Well, let's, we can try it. We can try it.
Yeah, now turn around and lay an egg on the glass.
Oops, wrong one. There you go. Rexan says, get you one of those dual fan cooling pads that go on the bottom of the computer. Yeah, that might be a good idea. That might be something that might work. Yeah. It's nearly 1 a.m., Mr. Lee says. Right now for you? Well, yeah. You're 6 hours ahead, man. Daily Dan says, I had to do a late show because it's the only time 40 people aren't streaming. Well, if you want to try and if you do think about doing something at a different time, go look at the TV guide and to kind of you know it kind of show you where it'll help you a little bit figure out where the lean times are. But yeah, patterning pertains to animal life cycles and predicting behavior based on it. 1 a.m. is when shit gets good, says Polly. Let me get a better phone. Be right back, says Dan. Patterns from betting, defeating. Check it out, says Mr. Lee. Jay says, Michael, I killed them yesterday on a floating worm in the grass before the rain yesterday. Caught probably 30 or better, 6 my biggest. Yeah, good day. Mr. Lee says, Trackway, what animals you pattern? Polly says, live chat interaction is 2022. Where else can you pretend to be a pirate and be a swashbuckling fool? I like to do it regularly, but yeah. Had a look at my notes. So for fish, there's about 9 separate life patterns the fish follow through the year, since they're affected mostly by temperatures. Yeah, swashbuckling. Trackway says deer have over 13 patterns, changed to the amount of available sunlight. Can't keep up in chat. Put more men on the job, says Michael. Gonna learn all about it. Daily Dan says another like. Thank you, Daily Dan. Polly T says, all right, y'all got to get out of here. Hope y'all have a great Saturday night. Peace and chicken grease. Thank you, man. Michael says, if I can't keep up, I'll let you know. So, one more there is no video with this though, but it's a weird one, kind of. Well, you'll see here in a second. Hold on, let me at least get it in front of you. Man, there's sightings all the time, and I like to try and find where it's been reported to like a mainstream news source, but because there's no vetting a lot of this stuff. There just isn't. So just gotta take it for what it is. So translucent jellyfish-looking object, Lolo Pass, Idaho, on July 11th. There's a map kind of showing you where. Description. This is very strange. My wife and I stopped to eat a sandwich and rest at the Lolo Pass rest stop on Highway 12 between Missoula and Kamaya. The sky was incredibly clear and deep blue. I was just admiring how awesome the western skies are when I saw a white, translucent, jellyfish-looking thing in the sky. It was very high. I asked my wife if she could see it, and she could not. I was wearing polarized lenses, and hers were on top of her head. I handed her my glasses, and she was very surprised. She said, "It does look like a jellyfish." With no polarized lenses, it was invisible. When you looked through the glasses, it was plain to see. In about 15 seconds, it just disappeared. 1 second it was there, the next second it was gone. I googled jellyfish-looking UAPs and UFOs. It seems they have been spotted in Russia as well as Brazil. It was as eerie as can be. I was getting my phone out when it just disappeared. I was going to shoot it through my sunglasses with my iPhone 13 Pro Max and hope for the best. I unfortunately got no picture. This is the second UAP I have seen in my 61 years. So, that makes me wonder, that's if that account's true, if people can't see certain things, but they could if they had polarized lenses. That would be maybe that's a trick to try. Mr. Lee says, at the moment, I'm learning how to master nunchucks. I have a lot of projects going on. Take care, swashbuckler. Says Michael. Life says, be in and out. Where playing with new truck mods. Jay says, I did a stupid thing a few minutes ago. Sent my lady to the store with my credit card. Guess I get dumber every day. Joe says, yeah, I have to bounce too. Long day at work tomorrow too. Need rest. Hope I see you guys and gals on Monday. All right, Joe, we'll see you later. Mr. Lee says, Polly, I will say goodbye, but you're going to come back, dude. Trust building exercise. Yeah, Michael says, I trust she'll exercise that card. Jay says, that's what I'm afraid of. She might do push-up with her fingertips. Chessboard says, Jay, I can read the headlines now. Jay got fritzed. Mr. Lee says, Jay, I do that to my old lady all the time and buy all kinds of shit. Just saying. Donald says, so what are we talking about? Well, we started out talking about the guy who killed his friend in Oklahoma here. And he claimed that he thought his friend had summoned a Bigfoot to kill him, so he killed his friend. But the officer says that he thinks the guy was on meth or something. And then we started talking about some recent UFO sightings. Unfortunately, nothing's conclusive, though. There's just no way to know for sure. If they're true or if they're, if it's a misidentification or a lie or CGI. It's just hard to know. The only thing we know right now is that some of us have actually seen something that is unexplainable in the skies with normal, human technology, and that the government has admitted that UFOs are a real thing. Jay says, now if buys a new sexy nightie, I'm okay with that. Sandra Piper says, Jay Fritz, I have a feeling she will treat you right and not take advantage of you. Mr. Lee says, Donald, we were talking about Mr. Pat and Patrick Vaughn relationship. We were. When did we talk about that? It's a good woman. Then he says, LL, another like. I mean, you got like 4 channels, man. Chessboard says, Jay Fritz, that is the foundation. Mr. Lee says, Donald, we are talking about 168 documentary. You trying to get Donald on a rant? Because he might get Donald on a rant. Life says, just got one of those lithium jump starters. Had to get help on the last outing. I left the truck in Ox while out in BFE. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Sanders says, Mr. Lee, you are killing me. Donald says, I was going to ask Pat about that last night and whether he believed his story, but I got there when he was ending the show. You were going to ask him about what? About the relationship with Patrick Vaughn. Is that what you're talking about? Donald says he's too tired to rant. Mr. Lee says Mr. Pat probably ended the show because of you. I don't know about that. Michael says, is that jump starter compatible with a flux capacitor? Well, it better be, because, yeah. You don't want to fry your time travel capabilities, do you? So let's see what's going to be on tonight. Central Florida Bigfoot. It used to be on at 8 to 9. I don't know what his plan is. So hopefully we get some kind of news on that. Because he hasn't been on 8 to 9 on Saturday nights like he used to, and I just don't know if he's ever going to bring that back. Creepy Little Book, 10 p.m. And I got down here 10 and 2. Does he have 2 shows? I don't remember. See what else we got. Well, Paranormal Portal 9 to 11. You know, some of these now, I haven't gone over to check on the channel. Like, I don't care for Paranormal Portal. They blocked me anyway. Woo train all up in that bitch. So whatever. So if they've changed anything, if you guys like send me an email, like you need to send me an email, like saying it in chat, like it'll get lost in the fray. Like send an email and I'll correct it if it's wrong. But it used to be 9 to 11 Saturday nights. So Spaced Out Radio, 11 o'clock every night. Again, another Woo channel. Talking Weird, 11 to 2 a.m. on the Talking Weird channel. These are all Central Time. Remember, everything is Central Time on here. You got to convert it. Right, like I've been trying to always end at 2 hours, so 6 to 8 here, and then so that would mean UFO Man 8 to 9. Sometimes I go over that time with Tim and Tommy. Both of those just went off. Let's see. What the Paranormal, also 8 o'clock. That's it. Saturday's not a very busy night for the paranormal live streams, but there's probably some going on out there that I'm not aware of. Haven't run across them yet. So, let me know. If you know one, let me know. Donald says whether he believed Patrick Vaughn when they were all hanging out together on Pat's show. Well, look, I kind of get the feeling he doesn't want to tackle all that. Like, if you go on there trying to get him to like, he's trying to be diplomatic. I think he's trying to be diplomatic about things and not just, he's not gonna do like I do, where I just go for the jugular on people that are full of shit, and I don't give a fuck. If my subs depend on me being diplomatic with straight up fucking liars and assholes, I'm willing to take that hit. But other people are trying to maintain a more neutral ground, and so my suggestion is don't push them. Don't push them. I mean, that's what they're doing. They're trying not to just alienate 95% of the people out there, which is a good thing. That is a good thing. You got some people that may still they might go watch some of the bullshit channels, but then they might wander into Pat's show, and Pat isn't going too hard on the liars and stuff. So those people might hang around on Pat's show and might actually listen, and they might start to come around eventually. So look, I mean, I'm just saying, Pat's on the right side of things, So just try to understand, where he's coming from on things, and don't, if he doesn't want to go for the jugular on Patrick Vaughn, just kind of accept that. But he doesn't believe the bullshit about the cloaking. That, and just be happy with that, and tear up Patrick Vaughn over here. I wouldn't do that over there. I mean, I'm all for free speech, stuff like that. I'm just saying, why start that drama over there? It seems that Pat don't want to do that. So just don't do it over there. Just let it be. Do it here. But go over there and just enjoy Pat's content for what it is. He had probably more. There was probably more drama than he really wanted to have with the whole getting rid of because getting rid of all the wrenches and all that stuff. So I mean, he's gone. He's gone off the channel. Patrick Vaughn is gone off the channel. So, take that as your indicator and just leave it alone. Don't try to force him to make a statement on it, is what I'm saying. He don't want to. If he wanted to, he would say it. Just let him do it the way he wants to do it. He's not the enemy. He's not someone to try and tackle and and all that stuff. So you know what I mean. I'm just saying, just leave him alone on this issue and some other stuff. He don't want to deal with that whole mess. So from the best I can tell, I haven't talked to him very much about this stuff. So yeah. Mr. Lee says, Mark Zasky going to get all evidence on iPad, though. You better believe it. Well, he's going to get evidence of that bushes have shadows. Is he going to get evidence of that? He's going to get evidence that shadows exist. Holy shit. Except they don't. Shadows don't exist. That's just an essence of light. You're in rare form tonight, Mr. Lee, says Donald. Life says, co-worker. Stupid chat. Co-worker pulls his race car up on the trailer, uses his jump starter to power the winch. Huh. Paranormal Portal. Mr. Lee says Paranormal Portal I've never watched. Yeah, it's just a bunch of woo bullshit, Mr. Lee. And if you keep following the pattern where you're getting your wrench taken away and you're getting banned on these channels, some of the same ones that I have been banned from, I guarantee you're probably going to have the same problem if you go over the Paranormal Portal. They banned me. They've probably banned some other people that have ended up here because they can't stand up to scrutiny. Their ridiculous claims cannot stand up to scrutiny. So if you start scrutinizing, they will ban you. They will silence you in the chat. Donald says nothing about the other one I rant about, Mr. Lee. Spaced Out Radio, man, it's a woo sandwich. I mean, they let Duke over there talk. I mean, Duke's so full of shit. I mean, y'all, hopefully, does everybody realize how full of shit Duke is? Holy shit. Mr. Lee says, Donald, which one? You rant and rants, man. Remind me. It's a good movie night. Mr. Lee says, oh, that vault fella, ugly man. Oh, shit. Mr. Lee. Donald says, he didn't have a problem slicing Steve Coles in the jugular. Yeah. Well, like I said, man, he's not the enemy. Like, let him do it in his own time if he feels like doing it, But I just feel like you're wanting to kind of go after him because he's not saying certain things, and I'm just saying he's not the enemy. I think he's just trying to keep things a little cool. Mr. Lee says, Vault called Mogs Monster Undying. Yeah. Hey, and Mogs is here. Mr. Lee, you have summoned Monsignor Mogian Monster. Welcome to the chat, Mogs. Mr. Lee says that Patrick Vaughn never acknowledged me. Also, neither does Long Island Bigfoot. I always say hello, though. Yeah. Well, I don't know why. What have you done to make Long Island Bigfoot not acknowledge you? Other than you're hanging out here, like he might hold it against you. He's blocked me because I thoroughly, proved that he stole people's material and lied about it. And there's just no fucking denying it. So maybe he's holding it against you because you come here, I don't know. He's got me blocked where I can't see him unless I jump over on a different account or go into incognito mode, which I can see anything I want there too. On the phone there, like I can sit here, like I'll see one thing here on the computer, and then I can see, like, all you guys that are blocking me, I can see you just fine on here. I just got to turn it to incognito mode. I see you just fine. You're not hiding from me, so why are you trying? Why are you doing it? Not that I really give a shit what you guys say. Because it's worthless bullshit, lies, and just crap. But give it up, dumbasses. Angel says, Mr. Lee, LIB, I never see, so I guess he blocked me. Vaughn only speaks to certain people. Mogion Monster says, they didn't ban me, but they did take my wrench. Danny Stanton says, Jesus Christ, this thing. Laughing my fucking ass off a woo sandwich. Yeah, it's a woo sandwich. Life says, I don't have no idea who most of those names are. You mean on the screen there? Well, yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of this stuff is not, it's not Bigfoot oriented. Keep on Chatting Network is well, I mean, you can kind of get an idea. Fausty Witches. They're in Great Britain, I think. And then KGRADB channel, because you can see it's a channel name on the far left, and then there are several different shows on that channel. But I mean, that's what it's here for. To kind of, like I was just keeping track of shows, and I didn't have near this much stuff on there when I was just using it for myself. But I let slip that I had it at some point, and somebody asked if they could see it, and I was like, well, shit, if I'm going to start sharing this with people, I need to put more stuff on it, and then make sure it's fair. So, like you can see here, Dogman Cams is still on here. I don't like them. I think they're full of shit. Same for Hidden Existence or Hidden Exaggeration, even though she will not respond with me to confirm her show time, and I'm not going to go try to check her channel and find out what time her show is to make sure it's right, because I don't remember. Either way, it's still listed on here, even though I think that no one should watch either one of those fucking channels. So I mean, look, I got Bullshit Odyssey channel is on here with the researcher's report listed. So again, there's Brenda Hawkins, the Paracryptid Hunter, which was one of the people that LIB stole material from. Yeah. And I presented that proof on that show. Beast in the Woods, again, that's another one. I won't watch them anymore because they help someone cover up a lie about stealing audio. Again, more theft of other people's evidence. And so, I'm supposed to trust them as Bigfoot evidence analysts, and yet they help their girl lie on their channel about stealing that. Like, oh, I didn't know, I got things mixed up. No, you fucking didn't. Don't fucking lie. There was a voice on there, and it wasn't fucking you. Son of a bitch. See, we got who else we got on here? We got Pine Island Research, Rooted Expeditions, Sasquatch Out of Shadow, Sandra Pink, Squatch America. They're real nice couple. Doing an hour-long show. Squatch Talk, Squatch in South Florida. Steve Cole is Talking Weird. I need to get more information on this channel. That one time I was abducted by. There's at least one live show, but I think they got several other ones going on. But the one live show that I got on here is Butt Stuff. Cryptoholic, which seems to be kind of hit or miss, but it's supposed to be bi-weekly. The Daily Dan blog, one of the newest entries here, 13 o'clock live with Daily Dan. 13 o'clock does not refer to 1 p.m. though. It is 1 a.m. Eastern time. Lost Cryptids is on here. Raven's Outpost, Spectral Sailor, those Endless Mysteries, which I talked about this the other day. I need to remove that one. Those Endless Mysteries there at the top in yellow. He was talking about starting up a regular live stream, and he never did. Tippa TV, it doesn't look like, I don't know if they're doing anything. They've started posting a few things, but they haven't gone back to their regular stuff. They kind of shut down. I don't know if they were just trying to do a reset or a revamp, or they were doing some rebranding, I think. So I don't know. There's another one I don't recommend, Trinity Paracryptic, which is now Texas channel. But it's still on here. I need to correct that channel name because that's what it used to be. So yeah, I mean, it's just helps you see a lot of stuff. We got Western New York Bigfoot Investigation Group channel, which has 2 shows that are regular live streams: New York Sasquatch Live and Sasquatch Speaks. Both have been bi-weekly shows. Where's my sage? What the paranormal? Wolf Paranormal, Unearthly Wanderings. A lot of channels. This UFO Paranormal radio channel has a bunch of live shows. So there's lots of stuff you might find. You might find something that you like that you didn't know about before. And so if you find anything that fits in the criteria, right, it needs to be a live stream with at least some chat interaction and have a regularly scheduled time, because it's kind of pointless to put something on there with a schedule if it does. I know some people are like, well, we're on random times. I'm like, yeah, but I wasn't putting together something at random times. I was putting together an actual schedule, so it needs to have a scheduled time. If you go up here and you see my channel, LOCKBEARD Phenomena is the only show listed here because it's the only one with a regular time. Random lives, they're not even, well, for one, they're the wrong subject matter, and 2, they don't have a regular time. Animal Research, Martin Willis. Who told me about Martin Willis live shows pretty recently? Podcast UFO. That's a new entry. Mogollon Monster. He was one of the first ones on this list when I created it. And it goes on and on. There's the Parachills channel has 6 shows. There might be more now because I haven't checked on them in a while to see what else. Sometimes changes happen and I can't keep up with them all. Danny says, yeah, I'm blocked over there again for saying someone was full of shit. Yeah, what kind of world is this where you can't just say someone's full of shit? Mr. Lee says, I did summon Mogs. See, Mr. Lee's a magical creature. Moog says, careful, Mr. Lee, speak of the devil and it shall appear. Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, you are my second favorite show. That is why, I bet. Oh, Mr. Lee. Donald says, I just realized on Moog's Thursday that LIB blocked me. Oh, yeah. Everybody should check to see if LIB's blocked you because he blocks the shit out of people all the time. Angel says, I only block the bots. Yeah, me too. Like, I don't got any of these people blocked. They can come into my chat anytime and say whatever they want. I'm not going to let them on screen. That's where I draw my line. They can't just come on my screen and say any kind of bullshit. And I don't do guests anyway, but even if I do start doing that, there's been a couple, but they want to come on. But even if I do, I'm not just going to let any asshole on my screen. If I don't like you, I don't want to fucking talk to you. But I kind of like, I'm a free speech advocate, so I give them free reign of the chat. You can say what you want as long as it doesn't violate YouTube's policy and threaten to get my fucking channel taken down. That's another line that you gotta watch out for. But yeah, all these guys that have blocked me and blocked Mr. Lee and blocked Donald Fuller and all of you guys, they can come in here and say what they want, but they're all hiding from me. So they would come in and chat, and I wouldn't probably wouldn't see it anyway. It might let me see it since it's my channel. I don't know, but if they got me blocked, Mr. Lee says Donald Mogs can check it. Jay says Patrick Vaughn was very convincing until he brought up the 33 sittings. When I heard that, began having doubts. The 33 sittings. Well, how about the part where he saw a Bigfoot vanish before his eyes, or the part where he was saying he's had he's so privileged, right, that he got to witness Sasquatch's fucking. Yeah, he's been flushed out. He's been flushed out. Mr. Lee said Donald Mogs can check it. Mr. Lee says I like. Angel says Jay Fritz. I agree if he had stuck to his original story, which may have happened, but he went way out on his stories. Yeah, and then he started talking about he's got an equation. He's figured out the wood knocking equation, 80% success rate or whatever the hell it was. Yeah, it just went too far. Because he got taste for people listening to him, and he was getting that rush, and so he just started stepping it up and adding more shit, and then pretty soon it just damn broke. Oh man, chat is bogged down. I guess I need to bring this back over here and get some air across it. Well, come on, chat work. Um, Donald says, never watched America until the other night. They seem like hopeful. Yeah. Pretty logical, heads on their shoulders. Man, this thing is not cooperating. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. I don't know why my audio was out. Am I back now? I mean, it's showing I'm fine, but yeah. Good now? Okay. I don't know. I think it got hot again because I set it down on this stupid thing, and that pad's just insulation, right? So I'm gonna hold it here in front of the fan, and hopefully, seeing that things are moving a little better now. Things are going a little smoother now. Angel says, Jay Fritz, I agree. If he had stuck to his original story, which may have happened, but he went way out on the stories. Jay says, Mogs, my man, me and Stevie and Judy got everything straight. Mr. Lee says, Gypsy Road, only because Dan is a rubber smod on there. Yeah, I mean, the Woo train is going full throttle over there. Mogapalooza is next weekend, right? Mr. Lee and I had a discussion about the name of this thing, and whatever y'all call it, we have decided that we will insist on a certain name for Moog's event. You know, obviously it's you know, Moog's is chief of the camp, so Moog's name should be part of it, and then it's on the rim, right? So we've decided that we're going to call it Moog's Rimmer. Moog's Rimmer. Jafer says, Vault is my new comedy show fave. Yeah, really. Danny says, Brenda Hawkins is a real good friend of mine. She was the one who informed me that blank was using my stuff and saying it was theirs. I still have the proof she sent me if I want to burn them. I'm wondering if it's the same person that was stealing her stuff. You know, give the credit for the person, you know, but don't claim it's straight up yours, which he did. He straight up did. Mr. Lee says, Dan, yes, I like Brenda. Donald says, Danny, do you plan on having guests? I thought you were actually going to have Stone Cold on your show and not a recording of some comedy bit. Danny says, I'm better mod than you, 3PO. I know how to be fair and drop links for more than the guests you put. Damn. Mr. Lee says, I heard that Mogs fella is okay. Mr. Lee says, Dan, you're a douche. Mogs says, Danny, you're not supposed to drop random leaks, you putz. Danny says, LOL, later I will have to have live guests. I'm just getting started. I'm playing pre-recorded interviews currently. As soon as I learn more, I'll have guests for sure. Jay says, Mogs, Mogs will do if you like going to old folks' home to see me. Life says, Mogs, the thought of making the trip sounds like fun. Driving across America, camping at various sites, and spending time out your way, visiting family, friends, and that tiny boats nation guy. Yeah, right, and stuff. Danny says, I don't drop random links. I drop people from the community to help everyone grow. If your Goof Mod Lee did that, maybe you would have a few more people, Mogs. Glad to hear it, Jay, says Mr. Mogs. Mr. Lee says, Grasshopper, hello. You missed everything. Well, he didn't miss everything. Grasshopper took a nap and just got up, he says. Jay says, must have missed those episodes of Patrick Vaughn. Yeah. You just missed him I'm a third generation tracker with an 80% success rate. I figured out the equation. The Sasquatch knocks, you do one knock and it means this, and two knocks it means that. And I saw two Sasquatches fucking. I am the authority. Something like that. Anyway. Donald says, Mr. Lee, I'm not blocked on Mogs. I'm blocked from seeing LIB in the chat. Yeah. Me too. Mr. Lee says, Dan, you is getting on my nerves a bit now. Jay says, maybe before I come on YouTube. What? Because he blocked us. Yeah, catching up to where I was breaking up. Leah told you, don't give a fuck if I get on them nerves. Everyone and make people feel welcome. Yeah, Mr. Lee's good mod. I tried to make him a mod here almost. I'm warming up to the idea of having a mod, but it had to be just one for now, and Mr. Lee will work. Moog says, Dan, if they are not a guest and not in chat, I'm not dropping their link in chat. Mr. Lee says, thank you, Sandra. We were just messing around. No worries. I can understand, like, yeah, you know, I mean, there's a lot of people out there. You can't drop everybody's link, you know, but if Dan wants to do that kind of game, you know, he can do that. You know, because everybody can't do that. So maybe that'd be one of his distinguishing characteristics of his show is he's just dropping everyone's damn link. But you know, yeah, because as many links as like Mr. Lee drops, like it's a lot of links. You know, if he dropped too many more, it'd almost be flooding the chat. You know, it would almost be too much for the chat. You know what I mean? It's Donald says Jay Fritz watched Patrick Vaughn when Alex interviewed him. Sasquatch Out of Shadows. That show has a lot of his BS on it. Moog says, good luck with your show. Good luck with your show. Dan. Jay says, if that's Donald not worth my time, I don't deal with BS very good. Danny says, stupid shit like that is why Jackie left. Just saying. What? What's that all about? Oh, shit. The damn chat froze. Overheated. Yeah, I think I did. I set it back down here. I have to hold it here in front of this fan to keep it cooled down. Tracker says, frozen. Let it go, let it go. Do you want to build a snowman? No, I just want this computer to stop being a pussy. It's only 100 degrees out here, you pussy. It's almost as bad as that guy that won't ever get on Moog's show. Danny says, by the way, on my show, if I bring up a channel like Lockbeard or Moog's or Joe's, I always drop a link for my friends. Moog's Rimmer. Yep, Moog's Rimmer. Donald says Nikki had a part of getting the camp out together. She should get some acknowledgement, says Donald. I think everybody acknowledging. And he says, Mogs, you should go to Tubers and Chiefers, Jackie's other channel, and listen to her live stream. You would probably find it interesting. I guess I'm missing some of what's going on. Man, I don't want to dive into that right now, but I mean, it sounds like there might be some more behind the scenes going on with all that, and I don't know. All I know is going over and joining the bullshit Odyssey hidden exaggeration side of things just it didn't set well with me because, well, yeah. Dan wants to go metal. Life says Moog stock has a ring to it too. Mr. Lee says Life, I like that too. Michael Haywood thought of that. Danny says, I'm just jerking your chain right now. Moog says, just you dropping random plugs for random channels. Angel says, Mr. Lee seems to be a fair mod on the channels I've seen him on. Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, I will be a mod executor for you. I like the sex bots, though, just saying. Well, yeah, but they're fucking stupid, Mr. Lee. You gotta slay them. You gotta slay them fast, too. And some of those bots are saying stuff that could, potentially, well, hopefully YouTube wouldn't actually shut you down because it's something that you kind of can't control. You can get rid of them, but they drop the N bomb and stuff like that. And you can't just let them do it. You gotta get them out of there. Danny says, I just believe people who have good channels should get some support from their friends. Well, so clearly you're not posting my link anywhere because there's nothing good about this channel. Mr. Lee says, Dan, chill fella. Grasshopper says, too many channels out there now, not worth my time. Yeah, there's a lot of channels. Like the ones I got on my list is like the count is of legit channels is like 100. There's 100 live streams. It's not 100 channels. It's 100 live streams because some of the channels have multiple live streams. But there's 100 paranormal subject matter live streams with chat. Like I don't have premieres on there because a lot of people are like, well, what about the premieres? And I'm like, that's a whole nother list of shit, man. That list would go up to 200-300 if I included stuff that was outside my normal criteria, which is it has to be a regularly scheduled live stream with at least a little bit of chat interaction from the host. And so there's 100 of them there. Man, I can't watch all that. I might catch this one, different ones I might catch. Hell, some of them I've only watched them once in a year. There's just too much. I don't have time, and there's only so much. But there's a selection there, so and hopefully it's helped some, and it has helped some people find some channels they weren't aware of that they actually like. So that's cool. That's cool. Donald says, still can't figure out how to drop links. Them instructions that Mr. Lee emailed me are more difficult than figuring out Patrick Vaughn's equation. Yeah. Life says, Lockbeard, try a notebook cooler. It's a pad you set the laptop on. A couple of fans in the pad help pull the heat out. Yeah, I thought that was you that said that earlier. Is Haywood hiding? I don't think he's hiding. Moog says, Dan, I can't wait to go to your live later. Will it be in a flea market? Because I don't want to catch nothing, just saying. Nikki says, I had all kinds of stuff planned for the camp out, and that all went to shit. T-shirts, gifts, etc. Huh. Table on it keeps it cool. On a cushion with a table on it keeps it cool. Yeah. Well, my problem is it's 100 degrees out here. And my computer is a wuss. It can't hang with this 100-degree heat, I guess. So I mean, the temperature. Well, it's probably under 100 now. Let me check the. Let me get an update. Oh, it's 98 degrees now. It's 98. It's 98 degrees. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Pussy ass computer. It's just like that Mr. Lee guy that won't go on Moog's show. Not to mention half the bots are hackers. Yeah. Mr. Lee says, Donald's easy, man. Dan's can do it. You can too. Danny says, I swear, Lee, I'm going to put your face up and play music for 15 minutes. Yeah. Well, I thought I was getting Mr. Lee with that short 5-minute video, but Meredith says, hello, Lockbeard crew, my kind of people. Yes, I am late. Oopsie daisy. That's all right. Welcome to the chat. Wondering when you were going to show up. Stupid thing. And Moog says, damn, why would you exploit Mr. Lee like that? Yeah, why would he do that? Yeah. Am I going to have to get like a physical structure with AC to do this? The stupid computer, because the stupid computer's a fucking pussy. In a rowboat chessboard. Danny says, I put a little work into my show. I have to find music video interviews with no copyright issues. Yeah, damn copyright. Like, I guess you can just let it ride and let them, like, if you ever become, I don't know if you're monetized or not, but if you do become monetized, they get all of that money. You know, but if you're fine with that, then whatever, you know, but I don't want to let them get away with it. So every time they throw a copyright claim at me, I challenge it. And almost every time it ends up getting taken off because it's copyright claim abuse, which is against YouTube policy. You're supposed to be able to have fair use of things, you know, because then like I'm playing entire music videos like movie trailers. Like a lot of people do movie trailer reaction videos and stuff like that. Like we've done some movie trailers on here on the channel, and you're supposed to be able to play a fucking movie trailer, but I've gotten copyright claims on movie trailers and they're not supposed to do that, but you know, challenge it and they take it off, you know. So it's just a pain in the ass to go do all the challenges because they, you know, it's just a pain. But one of these days when the channel takes the world by storm and we surpass Joe Rogan and we got the funding, and I could take a whole team of lawyers and then find the entire leadership of YouTube and shove that team of lawyers all the way up their ass until they figure out they need to stop all copyright claims on this channel. Yeah, see that happen. Yeah. Mr. Lee says, Mogs, I'm not carrying at all. No worries. Jay says, I watch Lockbeard, Mogs, and Joe. All I watch regularly. Awesome. Meredith says, Angela and all my ladies in chat. Hello, lovelies and gentlemen. Hope y'all are having a good day. Nikki, you're being good enough because you're a organizer. Yep. Danny says, watch everyone too. It's called obsessive compulsive disorder. Gosh. Stupid chat just jumping around. But the sun is the sun's not hitting it. It's actually sun's like not even hitting the van now. It's down below the tree line now. So yeah. All we want from you is your appearance, says Jay. Moog says, pretty good, Meredith. How you doing? Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, You can show me and Tom again. Yeah, here in a little bit. Sure. Mogs, I'm hanging in there, says Meredith. Nice and cool here. Had our daily afternoon shower. Hayesville, Kansas, it's 103. Yeah, how did it get hotter there than it is? I'm in eastern Oklahoma. Full today. Danny says, or Donald says, Danny has Mr. Lee on a YouTube short, if I remember right. 79 in Florida. What kind of reverse temperature crap we got going on right now? Not professional at all. Swim almost daily. Danny says, I donate everything I make on YouTube to charity so it won't mess with my disability. I'm lucky if your inheritance money, they don't hold it against you. I'm waiting on mom's probate to settle now. Huh. Cool. So you donate everything to charity. Grasshopper says, I've had perfect weather to go into the woods, but feeling like crap, vertigo, tired. Yeah, well, getting old sucks. Another gold medal for Dan. T-shirt man. Donald says, no production quality at all. Danny says, real soon, Lee, I can buy real gold medals. Donald 0. Afternoon shower. Did he have company in his afternoon shower? Mr. Lee says, Dan, what you wanting to a standing ovation? He might. He might want one. Sandra says, grasshopper vertigo is no joke. I hate that for you. Hello, Timmy boy. What's up?
Level out, come on.
Mr. Lee, Mrs. Timmy boy. Short Donald, the short Dan did is from my show, so cue the Timmy boy intro. Yeah. Danny says, I don't need attention for my good deeds. I do it for me, not for my attention. Yeah, what was the conversation? It was on House. It was on a TV show called House, and there was a point where, like one of the doctors that worked under him said something to the effect that he does that job. He's a doctor because he wants to help people, and Dr. House says, no, that's not true. You helping people makes you feel good, so you're doing it for yourself, basically. Mr. Lee says, I'm going to be good now. You better be good. I'm starting to wonder if you guys are fighting. Hey, Timmy, we got something to play. Donald says, Moogie Monster, yeah, I know, holding the phone up to another for the capture LMI. Heyo. Chessboard says, Grasshopper, careful with the vertigo. I had a mini stroke with those symptoms about 6 years ago. Timmy Boy says, hey, why was your last video taken down? Copyright claims. I've challenged them. They should be brought down. Oh no, I played some pretty long clips. So they might still bitch, but and if they do, it'll be, I'll put it, hopefully it already got shifted over, like, because everything automatically gets sucked off of YouTube and put over on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. So there's 3 other platforms you can go watch it on if it gets deleted on YouTube. So, and if it didn't get over there, I'll have to upload it manually over there. if they don't back down on the copyright claims. Fucking fair use, man. Come on. Didn't play your whole movie or anything like that, you know. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Timmy. Timmy, I think we got an intro for Mr. Lee. He's always talking about his boyfriend Tom Cruise, so yeah. You didn't see it on Rumble? Yeah, it might not have got uploaded because I don't think it does it instantly. I think it like periodically checks and then it uploads. So if the copyright claim came down on it and it got taken down before Rumble got it, then it may not. That may be what happened. Donald says House of Enoch has a foot to height ratio video out 661. Huh? Mr. Lee says yes, my man Tom. Timmy says I love it. It's perfect. Well, I was wanting to do something a little more graphic, and I didn't do it. And I don't know exactly how I would do. I'm sure I would figure out something. Jen's here. Welcome. Timmy Boy says it's fantastic. Mr. Lee says, Timmy Boy, it's fantastic. Yeah. Let me see if I can. Well, hopefully I don't shut this whole operation down trying to do what I'm about to do. Oh gosh. Which is it? I think it's this one. Yeah. Okay. Here it is. Here it is. I was wanting to put Mr. Lee's face on this. Everybody's saying hello to Jen. Squatching Cowboys here. Welcome. He says, I hear this is where all the old scutters are hanging out. Yeah. Yeah. Donald says, you need better reading glasses, Lockbeard. Do I? Do I need to read something wrong? Timboy says, Rex, are you new to the beard? No, he's not. No, he's not. Jen says, I just got in from work, chessboard. Nikki says, I missed it. What'd you miss? Oh, that video I just played? That little short clip? Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, you cunt. I meant clunt. What? You don't want me to put your face on this? That came from a video. This girl made this video acting like she was she was acting like she was Tom's ex. What was that chick? Not Nicole Kidman, the other one. Anyway, she did this whole video about how Tom Cruise is not gay and blah blah blah, and it was hilarious. Anyway, she had that little clip in there. Yeah, he's here all the time. Rex is here all the time. Timmy Boy says, Rex, I'm slow. Sorry. KZ Auckland, a new name here. Hello. Welcome to the chat. Life says, Jen, have you ever been to the Hocking Hills Bigfoot Festival? Yeah, that was a clip from a funny video where she was acting like she was Tom's ex, who was insisting that they didn't break up because he is gay. And anyway, it was a whole fucking thing. It's on YouTube somewhere. I can't remember the name though. If I could remember the name, I can't remember the name. Yeah. I thought about Mr. Lee, but I don't know how I would make that work, so fuck it. This is good enough. This is good enough. Then I can't fight this feeling anymore. Mr. Lee and his boy Tom Cruise. See, when Mr. Lee says Tom Cruise is flying over his house in a helicopter, what he really means to say is Tom Cruise is landing on the front lawn with his helicopter to pick him up. Tom Cruise is a spaceman. Timmy Boy says 90% of Hollywood is at least bi. Yeah, probably so. Jay, there's a guy. Oh shoot, I can't remember that one. I might have a clip from that. I do have a clip from that. But this guy did this whole deal where he took like a Tom Cruise interview, and then he jumped back and forth to the interviewer, but he replaced the interviewer with himself, asking questions about Tom being gay or at least bi, and Tom's responses to it was pretty funny. Poor Tom Cruise, and of course, both Family Guy hinted at it a little bit. South Park hit it really hard. That was the whole thing. Tom Cruise won't come out of the closet. Tom Cruise is a fudge packer. Tom Cruise had semen on his back. This all happened in South Park. Down that way. Is BF Bud from down? I don't know. Where is BF Bud? You and Tom. You're always talking about Tom, man. Squatchy Cowboy says, can't say howdy to everyone. Too busy eating. Hey, you got priorities, and eating's a priority. BF Bud is in Ohio or near Columbus, says Jen. Donald says 25 years sober coming up for me next week. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Alcohol don't really do anybody any favors. Who needs it? Timmy Boy says, Cowboy, say hey to me. Chessboard says, Jay Fritz, hate to burst your bubble. It don't work. Better lift this thing up so it don't overheat. Michael says, glad I ain't going to Hollywood. Well, hopefully them being gay is the worst, well, I hate to put it that way. There's a lot of really fucked up accusations being made of Hollywood in regards to some of the some sick shit that goes on there, having to do with child actors and stuff like that. Life says, Jen, never been to Chillicothe a lot, but never Hocking Hills. Rogue says, awesome, Donald, for the 25 years sober. Yeah, good deal. Tim Boy says, just kidding, Donald. Congrats. Mr. Lee says, Cowboy, you got yourself a great big mess of spare ribs, I bet. Yeah. Jay says he loves some spare ribs too. Ribeyes, red beans, and rice, says Squatching Cowboy. Mr. Lee says, Dan, I bet you I bet you wish you were Tom Cruise. He says, no need in congratulating. Well, you can take a little congratulating. Life says, I kind of that BF Bud was closer to Marietta. And Mr. Lee says, Cowboy, I could eat a ribeye. I had some kind of steak earlier. I don't know. I don't think it was a ribeye, but it's some kind of steak. Whatever they serve you at Golden Corral. Jen says, life been to Chillicothe a couple times and hiked at Hocking Hills a few times. Danny says, breaking news. NAS car driver Bobby East found murdered. Damn. NASCAR driver. Yeah, if I was someone who watched NASCAR, I wouldn't have fucked that up. But Demi says, Danny, what? Well, it looks like he's saying that Bobby East was murdered. This is where I'm at, Donald. I don't know the name of any NASCAR driver. Only thing I know about NASCAR is you got to be good at turning left. Michael says, I bet he drove a Ford. Angel says, stabbed at a gas station in California. Dude stabbed him at a gas station. Did he even know who he was, or was it just like a robbery and he didn't even know who it was, or what's the deal? Because that would imagine when that guy finds out if he didn't know at the time, and imagine what could be going through this guy's head when he finds out that he killed someone that's pretty famous. Danny Stanton shot the guy who stabbed him. What? Stabbed to death by a transient. Huh. They try to kill all the Ford drivers. Is that really a thing? Golden Corral makes a great soy-based steak that you would think is real Lockbeard. That was not soy. That was a real piece of meat. Real piece of meat. Ordered rare as fuck with as much fat on it as possible. Tim Boy says, that's crazy Californians for you. Rex says, I never leave the house without my club. Oh, so the guy who stabbed him got killed by the cops, or what? Never, said Tim Boy. Police justice. That's what it sounds like. Donald says he isn't a cup driver I ever heard of. Huh? Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, what will the Earth be like in 50 years? Man, there's no way to know that. There's no way to know that for sure, Mr. Lee. I think the most likely scenario is total slavery under a technocracy. um, the way things are going, they're going to be able to use technology to thoroughly enslave everybody, and there may be nothing that we can do to stop that. Unless there's an uprising. I mean, it'd have to be a pretty uh, major uprising. And I don't know if you know. Um, maybe a gradual change could occur, where people gradually get rid of corrupt people in government, and it's slow enough and gradual enough that the rich people don't see it sneaking up on them. Of course, the official leader of the Attorney General that more into the anti-government with by the Attorney General. Everyone will agree your rights will always be protected, and if your rights are ever threatened, and you are forced to defend your rights from some kind of corrupt piece of shit, not only will if you eliminate that person who violated your rights, say it's someone in a leadership position that violates your rights, and you terminate that person, not only will that be acceptable, that would be encouraged. Corrupt people that will violate your rights need to know that there are consequences for those acts. They need to see it happen sometimes to other people who are corrupt. Right now, we just don't have that, and you could, if you defend your rights, you could potentially end up yourself, even though that person violated your rights. It's just not acceptable under the current system for you to just flat out exterminate that person. And I say that's not right. That it shouldn't be like that. You should be able to eliminate and of course, if something like that happens, you better be in the right. If you did it when you shouldn't have done it, then you would be in trouble for that, of course, because you murdered someone without justification. But if they violated your rights, you should be able to rectify that. You have a right to defend your rights, right? You know what I mean? And that goes for any leader that steps out of line. That's part of the problem with all systems of government, to one extent or in one way or another, is that often the people don't feel like that they have it as an option, that they can just simply eliminate the evil person that's terrorizing them, that's dominating them. That should always be acknowledged, because see, that's how humanity is evolved and has always worked. And So yeah, I say throw up the every nation that wants that kind of system. You gotta fly the right flag. Oh, this chat is spastic as hell. And Mr. Lee, in 50 years, if that flag is flown over every corner of the earth, people will be free. Technology will be far, far ahead. No one will starve. Space exploration will be to such a great extent you can't even believe right now. Um, part of the deal is as far as who is a citizen, Sasquatch people, whether we know that they're there or not for sure at this point, they are already recognized, every last one of them, as a human person, deserving of human rights under this flag. As are certain other animals, like dolphins, that have demonstrated that they are too intelligent to be treated as an animal or to be caged in any way. Life says, I stopped watching NASCAR when they went to the car of tomorrow. Nikki says, hey Mogs, does everything look good at the site? Donald says, but I don't. Hold on, so I don't pay attention to it like I used to. Moog says it looks good. Cowboy says, flat, Mr. Lee. The Earth is going to be flat in 50 years. Grasshopper says the Earth will be fine. We may not be here to enjoy it. Yeah, we might be gone. Mr. Lee says the Saber had correct connections with the CEO of Chevrolet. Are you is this a real thing? This sounds like a crazy conspiracy theory. Keeps it going to Cinder. Meredith says, I love Dr. House. Great show. I don't watch TV anymore. For a very long time. I don't know if the show's still on. No, I don't think it's still on. I think it ended when he left with he faked his death, and then he and Wilson left to spend the last months of Wilson's life with him because he was dying from cancer. Hope nobody believes you. Yeah, really. That sounds pretty wild. Timboy says, Haywood, the journalist. Foreign cars ruin NASCAR. Get the truth. Why does this keep it whites out on you? Can only get the truth. Yeah, he's starting a conspiracy. You are a Q member. Michael Haywood's a Q member. Donald says news travels fast. Dale Jr. is talking about it on a special podcast right now. No, it's not Star Trek Q. Well, I don't think that's what he meant. I think he meant like QAnon. Michael says, I started one that Earnhardt had Davey Allison's helicopter crash. Alphabet Community. I don't think he meant that one either. I think he meant QAnon. Oops. NASCAR might as well let in Mercedes and BMW and Volvo. I gave up on watching it, says Grasshopper. Jay Fritz says, I bet everyone in our Taco Bell smokes weed, but not one can roll a good taco or burrito supreme. Yeah, that's, people that work these restaurants, look, I hate it. Like, you bite into a burger and there's you don't find a single bit of anything on other than the patty, maybe. Like they put a like it's like they balled up all the toppings and just stuck it right in the middle. And like Arby's fucks this shit up too. It's like they ball up all the meat, put it right in the middle instead of making it even, so you actually bite into it on the edge, but you don't. Mr. Lee says getting nunchucks out. Chessboard says, Cowboy, is that under good authority? Mr. Lee says, and my harpoon. Michael Haywood says, not Num Charles. Mr. Lee says, and my sword. Grasshopper says, Jay's correct. Where's that Taco Bell? So Jay says, Timmy Boy. Timmy Boy says, dang it, Jay, I need some weed. Good gosh. Used to have killer grilled burritos. Yeah. Yeah, when they made that like that XXL grilled burrito with steak, that was that was some good shit right there. And they discontinued it. And I was like, well, y'all, I don't give a shit that you discontinued it. Make it anyway. You got the shit. Make it. Milk says, thanks for reminding me, Jay. I need to go to the dispensary before it closes. Grasshopper says, pizza taco is back, but I haven't tried it yet. Jay says, did Big Mac's not used to have two burgers on them? I don't know. Chessboard says, Jay Fritz, do you smoke your tacos? Jen says, I swore off Taco Bell. Made me sick last time I had it. Life says, east of Chicago Pizza had a killer taco pizza. Meredith says, good Lord, Lockbeard, my virgin eyes. Mr. Lee, was it fun? Are you watching from earlier? You're not? You must not be caught up to where we're at now. So it's probably pointless to ask. So what was, somebody said something earlier that made me think of something. Oh yeah. Yeah. NASCAR. Hey, we need a, have we had a South Park clip tonight? We haven't had a South Park clip, I don't think. Or if we did, I don't remember. We need a South Park clip as it pertains to NASCAR. Yep, there we go. Yep, there we go.
We're now live at the NASCAR press conference where the drivers of Saturday's race are gearing up and taking questions from reporters.
So what's your guys' take on the track here? Any concerns?
Well, I think it's a fine track. You know, the techs have done a really good job of making sure the banks are grafted down to the right specs, and there shouldn't be any problem.
Yeah, we gotta grab the banks and steps. We got the oval, so we're gonna drive straight, and we're gonna be turning to the left.
They're saying hot weather tomorrow. Any concerns about restrictor plate or brake fade problems?
Of course, anytime you're dealing with high humidity and temperatures, you need to compensate your brake fluid. But the plates themselves...
Don't forget your blood fluid and get your brake work so you can stop something.
Excuse me, who is this kid? Is he even a driver?
You bring it on and hurt you, scared of competition. I'm just as poor and stupid as you. I'm gonna drive and I'm gonna go fast and I'm gonna turn to the left sometimes.
Can we just get back to the subject of racing, please?
Hell, bring it on, Danica. You dumb bitch. Think I can steer left better than you?
Oh, crap. Oh, Danny says 2 all beef patty special sauce. Oh yeah, the song they sang. El Paso. Donald says, do you have to use a lockbox when you go to the dispensary, Mogs? Jay says, that's what I thought, Danny. Says no, Donald. Chessport says, Danny, you would have won the golden record for that. Jay's out of here. He says, later, folks, going outside to set with my friend. All right, have fun, man. We're getting ready to wrap her up anyway. Timmy Boy says, Donald, that's methadone dispensary. Danny says, my wife that passed away worked at McDonald's for 30 years. Whoa. Long time. You know you're dope. Timmy Boy says Meredith. And unfortunately, he says, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah. Meredith says, Timmy Boy, I understand it's a slippery slope. Don't remember the tomato. Donald says they have to use the lockbox here, but it's still only for medical use. Well, we managed to get way the hell off of paranormal subjects here a little bit, but I don't think everybody minded. But we're past 2 hours. Let's see if I can see anybody live. UFO Man should be live. However, well, I got to open a new. I can't just I got to jump over to a new tab to make it pop up. Yeah. KGRADB is live and UFO Man is live. I don't see Nikki's show for tomorrow posted up yet, but should be live tomorrow night. I see Western New York Bigfoot Investigation Group. Joe's Sasquatch Random Live scheduled for the 18th, which is Monday at 6 p.m. Well, at 6 p.m. Central Time for me. And, of course, Mogs is Tuesday and Thursday. If you need to figure out when people are on, go over on the About tab on my channel, and the link to the TV guide is there. Just click the link and you give a name and you can access it. It's also, the link is also in the description of every video, so that's another way to get to the link. Grasshopper says, I forgot the onions. Paranormal. Yeah, paranormal. Tim Boy says, Meredith, I just jump out the cliff. No slope for me. Now you're hungry. Get some sleep, everyone. Good chat, y'all. Says Grasshopper. Chessboard says, thanks, you LOCKBEARD lessons all. Sammy Hagar 3 lockbox. What? Nikki's not having a show tomorrow night. Is that what I'm gathering here? Can you use a ghost story from someone else for a change? Instant gratification. Mr. Lee says, Mogian Monster, WTF. Yes, yep. Tuesdays and Thursday nights. Nikki says, no Sunday show until further notice unless it's a last minute late night. Sounds good. All right, everybody. Remember, Mr. Lee and Tom Cruise are very, very close.
Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing makes you feel good.
Thanks for coming, and see you next time.